Hello everyone and welcome to another video, and today I want to talk about fanboyism. First of all, I want to let you guys know that, even though I do like Sony a lot, I'm not a fanboy of Sony. Whatever they do, I don't agree with everything they do. I do enjoy the Sony brand for a long time, and I'm just going to go back with a little history real fast. So back in the day, I think I was 7 years old, and my mom bought me a Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, I have no idea why she bought this for me for Christmas. I didn't ask for one, but she did. So that was kind of like my big forte in the video games, like, a home console. I did enjoy the system a lot, but it didn't keep my attention for very long. I used to go outside and play, get in trouble and all that good stuff. And then when my mom didn't want me outside, my mom and dad didn't want me outside, then I come in and play the video games and everything. So that's where that came in. Nintendo kept me interested until around probably around 4th or 5th grade. And by that time, I believe the Super Nintendo and Genesis were pretty much out. So I got a Super Nintendo finally, and I was like pretty amazed with that. I remember Christmas, my mom, she was already mad at me because I was trying to peek in my presents, and she knew. I was never good at trying to look at my presents and peek at them and kind of do what it was. My brother was, but I wasn't. So my mom was mad. When she found out when she looked at it and knew I was poking at it. Oh man, I'll never do that again. But anyways, got the Super Nintendo, and that's when back in the days when the systems actually came with video games. It was really great. And Super Mario World blew me away. It was a great game, and I call Super Mario World Super Mario Brothers 4 because that's what it's originally called in Japan, at least. Well, the subtitle name is it's Mario Brothers 4, but no one calls it that. But anyways, really loved it. The next year, I got 3 great games for the system, which I still have today: Turtles in Time, Contra 3, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and a Game Genie at the time because I needed those codes for the Contra 3 because it was pretty tough. And I really enjoyed it from years on after that. I mean, I would say up until that point, I enjoyed it all the way up until maybe my last year of junior high school. And by that time, I was kind of falling out of the system. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'm done with this stuff. And then the PlayStation came out. And the PlayStation really amazed me because it pretty much, I would say, transitioned what I wanted video games to be. They had FMV type games mixed with gameplay. For example, Resident Evil, as I talked about before, how they mixed the full motion video in with the gameplay. I mean, that was amazing back then, guys. You guys have no idea. And from that point on, the Sony PlayStation really pulled me in. Now, I would say probably a little bit later, N64 came out. Well, and the Saturn was already out too. And I actually was debating on getting a Saturn before the PlayStation. The Saturn was going to be my system because the one game that blew me away with that system was Nights into Dreams. Gosh, I wanted that game so bad, but in the long run, I had to pick the system that was going to be for me. What would I get the most value out of? And back then, it was the PlayStation. So I chose the PlayStation. Did not regret it one bit. I had 2 games for it already when I first got it. Mega Man X4, Resident Evil Director's Cut, which I still have today. And it just really took me into another zone. I mean, seriously, I just felt like that was the PlayStation was a big deal, guys. You guys have no idea when that came out. I would say almost that's the first system to go mainstream. Now, though I'm a Sony fan, we'll get to the point here. But anyways, I got to where I would say probably where it came to systems that I was like. Well, not any of the other systems are doing it for me. It's all Sony's the one that's making me happy, so I'm just gonna stick with this. And even to this day, Sony has really been the right system for me by choice because of the products they put out. Don't get me wrong, though, guys. I'm not trying to talk about Nintendo, Sega, or Microsoft or anything like that. I do like those systems as well. I like those companies as well, even though I rag on Nintendo a lot about their indoctrination of people. I mean, I'll get to, that's another video. That's another topic. But I just feel like if I had to choose one system, it would be the PlayStation because it just fits me more. I mean, the games on that system are just they're honestly to me they're just so explosive. I would say they're all over the place. I mean, in a good way. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example why I kind of fell off from Nintendo. Nintendo pretty much does the Zelda games, Mario games all the time. That's their bread and butter pretty much. And just get tired of that stuff after a while. I want them to create new IPs, and just kind of like how Sony was doing it back in the PlayStation and PlayStation 2 era mostly. I just feel like a Nintendo always does that, and it's just what the next Mario game. Well, I mean, they're fun games, but I want something. I need something fresh. I want something new as well. So that's kind of why I kind of fell off from Nintendo, even though I do enjoy Nintendo. I mean, I have a pretty good GameCube collection. I'm rebuilding my N64 collection. Super Nintendo collection I've downgraded. But I do have my SNES Classic, and yes, it is modded, so a lot of those games that I got rid of are on there. Makes it just more convenient to play. Another system too, the Microsoft Xbox. Dude, Microsoft Xbox is a great system, no doubt. I mean, it was a rival to the PlayStation 2 at the time. It still is a rival today. I do like the system a lot, and what they wanted to do with the system was great. You know what I mean? It's good for Sony to have a system to challenge them, because could you guys imagine if it was just like if one system was just taking over all of it? It'd be horrible, because they will feel like they could do whatever they want, because they're the only system out there. And they would just do whatever they want. They wouldn't listen to the fans and nothing like that. But thank goodness you have people challenging Sony, like a Nintendo, Microsoft, keep them on their toes. You know what I mean? That's good for all of us. But going into what I want to say again about Microsoft, I think they're a great company. I do enjoy them. I think they're fantastic. But like going back, it's just a lot of my games are on the PlayStation. And that's the system I really feel like it's just for me. But I'm not a fanboy of the system though, so I just want to kind of put that out there, because the reason I want to do this video, because a lot of people come to me as a Reggie's a Sony guy. He knows all about the Sony, or he's all about Sony. He doesn't care about anything else. It's not true. I care about all games. I have a great Game Boy collection, all the way Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Neo Geo Pocket, Nintendo DS, all that stuff. It comes to just what you really like, and this fanboyism stuff. It's like that stuff is really weird to me. But I guess people need to make up something. I guess I don't know. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to just bring this up, and I want to let you guys know I do enjoy Nintendo. I do enjoy Microsoft. I enjoy all companies that make fantastic products and great games. I enjoy it. That's all there is to it. But as of now, Sony has been my choice because of the products they put out. They just feel like they're more for me. They have not let me down. I would say the only time Sony let me down is when they put out the PS3 on $600 price point, and they thought they could just do whatever they want because they did so well with the PS2 era. I mean, golly, thank God Microsoft taught them a lesson, because if they got away with that, man, who knows what would have happened with the PS4? It wouldn't have been what it is today, thankfully. I mean, so I don't know, man. But going into why the PS3, I didn't really mesh with it that much, and I do like the system. It's just that it wasn't, even though it was more powerful than the 360 per se, nobody could develop for it fast enough to put the games out they wanted, so it was always a struggle to work with that system. And then all the patches it had to have, the weird load times, and it's just like, golly, man, it was insane. But thankfully we got a breath of fresh air with the PS4. I don't have an Xbox One yet. I do plan on possibly getting one in the future. We'll see how it goes. I mean, by this time I might have to wait. I might just wait until the next Xbox 360, Xbox system comes out, because it'll be what I want to say, backwards compatible with Xbox One games, so I can just have one system and they can play off. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully they have some kind of patent ready for that, and hopefully, speaking of PS4, 5, they'll have some kind of patent for that. It'll be for backwards compatibility. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this fanboyism. What do you think? Are you a fanboy or whatnot? Or what do you think about the whole fanboy type thing? I mean, I've seen some hardcore people out there that are true fanboys. I'm like, golly, I mean, they're totally missing out from not trying to look at everything else that's around them. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine just only being all about Sony, and that's it. I mean, I would be missing out on a lot of games. Seriously. Like I said, my GameCube collection, the DS, all that stuff. Like not PSP, but Genesis. Just never focus on one company. You guys just always look out for the other one, the rivals out there, because I mean, seriously, they'll always have something that you'll possibly like. And I always say this is my number one rule. I tell this to Jason and a couple other people. if you get a system, even though people think it's crap or whatever, if you can find at least 10 to 20 games on that system that you can enjoy, it's worth having. So anyways, guys, sorry, I just wanted to throw this video out there about fanboyism. I'm not a fanboy of Sony only. I love all video games. No joke. I mean, if you see my room tour video, which I'll actually go ahead and link in this video, you'll see my collection of what I love and what I have in my collection. So you'll definitely see that it's not all about Sony. Even though I got the Sony hats and all that stuff around here. But anyways, guys, thanks for Radical Reggie. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.